Hello, my wonderful learners, and welcome back to BBC English Online. I am your host, Tommy, and today we are going to explore something powerful, personal, and truly life-changing for your English-speaking journey. Today's lesson is all about storytelling. Yes, your own stories, your own voice, and your own confidence. And don't worry, you don't need perfect English. You don't need difficult vocabulary. You only need your real experiences and a willingness to share them. By the end of this lesson, you will learn how to tell simple, clear, and engaging stories in English. You will feel more confident, more expressive, and more natural when you speak. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this warm and supportive journey together. Section 1. Unlocking your confident voice. Unlocking your confident voice. Let me start with a simple truth. You already tell stories every single day. You talk to your family. You talk to friends. You explain your day. You share something funny or something surprising. But maybe you don't tell stories in English yet. Why? Because sometimes English feels scary, difficult, or stressful. You feel nervous. You pause too much. You lose words. You worry someone will judge you. But here is the good news. Storytelling is one of the best ways to build confidence. Why? Because when you talk about your own life, your own memories, and your own experiences, the ideas come naturally. You do not need to memorize anything. You do not need to translate every word. Your story already lives inside you. You only need the English to bring it out. A warm visualization exercise. Close your eyes for just one moment. Imagine speaking English. Calmly, clearly, confidently. Imagine telling a story, and the person in front of you is smiling, listening, enjoying your words. Imagine feeling proud of your voice. This is not a dream. This is a skill. And you will learn that skill today. Section 2. The power of your personal narrative. Let me tell you something beautiful about storytelling. Your story is unique. Your voice is unique. Your perspective is unique. Even simple moments from your life can become interesting mini-stories when you tell them the right way. Let me give you an example. Example story, simple A2 level. One day I woke up late. I was in a hurry. I quickly got ready and ran to the bus stop. But when I reached the stop, I realized I forgot my wallet at home. I laughed at myself and walked back. It was a funny and stressful morning. Simple? Yes. Clear? Yes. Emotional? Yes. Understandable? Absolutely. This is the magic of storytelling. You don't need big vocabulary. You only need real moments. Why personal stories work better than abstract topics. If I ask you to explain climate change, you will feel pressure. If I ask you to explain your weekend, you will feel relaxed. The mind always remembers personal experiences faster than academic topics. That's why storytelling boosts fluency faster than grammar drills. Every moment in your life can become a small story. A surprise, a mistake, a celebration, a challenge, a funny moment, a new experience. You already have hundreds of stories. Let's learn how to use them. Section 3. Finding stories from your life. Here are a few simple ideas to help you find stories quickly. Story idea prompt. 1. A moment you remember clearly. Maybe your first day of school. Maybe a special birthday. Maybe the day you cooked something new. Story idea. Prompt 2. A funny or strange event. Something unexpected. Something silly. Something surprising. Story idea. Prompt 3. A small daily problem: losing your keys, missing a bus, burning your breakfast, forgetting something important. Story idea prompt. 4. A first-time experience. Your first job, your first travel, your first time speaking English with a stranger. These moments may look small, but storytelling makes them powerful. Section 4. The structure of a simple English story. Now let's learn how to build a simple, smooth story. You only need 3 parts. 1. The beginning, setup. Introduce the place, time, and main idea. Example. Last week, something funny happened to me. 2. The middle, the event. Explain what happened step by step. Example. I left home very quickly, and I forgot my phone. 3. The end. Result or feeling finish with the result or how you felt. Example. I laughed about it later, and now it's a good story. That's it. Just 3 easy parts. Story template for beginners. Beginning. One day, last week, this morning. Middle. Then, after that, suddenly. End. In the end, finally. I felt. This structure works for every story. Section 5. Building descriptions and emotions. To make your story more interesting, use small descriptions. Don't worry, simple English works perfectly. Examples. The weather was very hot. The street was noisy. I felt nervous. I was excited. It was a quiet morning. Descriptions make your story feel real. Short story example, A2B1 level. Let me show you how to mix everything together. Example. Story. Last Saturday, I went to the market near my house. It was a sunny morning and many people were shopping. I wanted to buy vegetables, so I walked to my favorite stall. But when I reached the stall, I realized I forgot my wallet at home. I felt embarrassed because I picked up a few things already. Then the seller smiled and said, "No problem, come back later." I thanked him and walked home quickly. In the end, it became a sweet moment because the seller was so kind. This story is simple, emotional, and easy to understand, and you can tell stories just like this. Section 6. Speaking practice. From script to spoken word. Practice. Time now. Let's talk about how to practice your story aloud. Here are 3 practical techniques. Technique 1. Speak slowly and clearly, don't rush. Let your voice breathe. Technique 2. Use pauses. Pause after important moments. It helps you sound natural. Example. I forgot my wallet, and I was already at the market. Technique 3. Use storytelling phrases. Here are helpful phrases you can use. One day. Suddenly. After a few minutes. I didn't expect this. In the end. These small phrases make your story flow smoothly. Section 7. Engagement. Let's practice together. Your turn to practice. Now it's your turn. Take a deep breath. Think of a simple moment from your life. Choose something small, something easy. Now answer these 3 questions. When did it happen? What happened step by step? How did you feel in the end? This is your story structure. Mini practice challenge. Write a short 3-sentence story in the comments. Sentence 1, when. Sentence 2, what happened. Sentence 3, how you felt. Example. Last night I cooked pasta for dinner. I added too much salt by mistake, but in the end I laughed and ate it anyway. Simple and perfect. Section 8. Long guided practice. Repeat after me. Let's practice aloud. Repeat after me slowly. Last week, something interesting happened. First, I was at home. Then I heard a loud sound outside. I walked to the window. I saw my neighbor's cat jumping on a car. It was very funny. In the end, I smiled and continued my day. Great job! Just listening and repeating improves your fluency. Section 9. Call to action. Your story matters. My dear learners, you have something special. You have a voice. You have memories. You have stories only you can tell. Don't wait for perfect English. Don't wait for big vocabulary. Start with what you have. Your story is enough. Your English is enough. And every time you speak, your confidence grows. So today's challenge is simple. Share a small story in the comments. Just 3 to 5 lines. I will read it. And I believe it will be beautiful. Section 10. Final message. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'm Tommy from BBC English Online, and I am proud of you. You showed courage, you learned something new, and you took one more step towards speaking English with confidence. Remember, your story, your voice, your confidence all grow when you practice. Come back for more lessons, more practice, and more warm guidance. Until next time, take care, keep speaking, and keep shining.